Hey everybody, I'm Dirty Dave from Infernal Dreams, infernaldreams.net. You haven't been there, you need to check it out for real. I'm sitting here at the World Independent Film Expo with Reaper M. Jones,
Thank you.
Actor extraordinaire, Shakespearean trained.
Actually, yeah, Shakespearean trained.
It's glad to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
So you want to tell the nice folks at home there, sitting on their interwebs, checking us out, a little bit about yourself and what you're about.
Sure. I'm actually 20 years of being in the theater as an actor, and never a semi-professional writer, almost the same amount of time. I write for Hacker Source, back in 2002 I formed Dark Winter Studios, which produced the short film Sold, which was on the Movie Mark Indie Shorts DVD Volume 1. And then we had hooked up with some friends of my partner, the Brains on Film guys. And then from there, we hooked up with Tim Ritter, and I played a small part in Twisted Illusions 2 at the end of the Dexter Deadbeat segment there. And then he asked me to star in Reconciled Through the Christ, which I did, and now...
So I guess that officially makes you a Christploitation actor.
I'm actually an icon of Christploitation. This is what they
Very
say.
good.
Yeah.
The phrase has been coined.
I'm the Christ of Christploitation films, actually. The Messiah of Christploitation.
I don't know whether to bow or kneel or royalty. What the hell?
I tell most people to kneel, but, it's okay.
I don't know. Right now I feel like doing the line from the Hellraiser, where he goes...
Yeah.
Jesus wept.
Oh yeah.
The whole.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's a beautiful little segment.
They
did that beautifully.
Weird imagery in there.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Okay.
So you have some projects coming up that I hear.
I have some very exciting projects coming up.
Please tell.
I have 4 that I'm actively working on right now. One of them is entitled Braille. It is directed by the guy who played my brother in Reconciled Through the Christ.
So you're keeping some good ties there.
Yeah, actually, the funny thing was, it was maybe 3 or 4 years after Reconciled was released that Andrew called me up, and he said, he seemed very nervous, and he said, I have this film that I'm directing, and I have a part in it that I thought you'd be perfect for. And I said, oh, yeah, I'm very interested. And he said, because I had been doing theater, hadn't received a call, or I really hadn't seeked out any film roles since Reconciled. And he said, yeah, I think you'd be perfect for this part. And I said, okay, that sounds great. And he says, well, there's one thing I want to tell you. We're maybe looking at a PG-13 rating, or... He said, it's not really a Christian film. And I said, Andrew, do you know what I did after Reconciled? And he said no. And I said, I went to my friend's house and I just got stone fucking high. Shit.
And he was...
Yeah, and then I spoke with other directors, and they said, yeah, we didn't call you because we thought you were
So you got pigeonholed into that.
I really did.
Typecast.
For 3 or 4 years, people were afraid to call me because very few people, of course, are working on Christian cinema at the indie level, and they didn't want to call me. They said, no, we'll leave that guy alone because he's obviously wanting to do Christian cinema. And I'm an agnostic. I'm a Catholic agnostic, so...
Yeah, being a Catholic myself.
I drink and do drugs and have promiscuous sex with my wife, which
of course.
I think if you're going to have sex with your wife, it needs to be promiscuous.
Very. So any directors out there who want the badass Reaper M. Jones in their movie, he's making the break to the big time, baby. He's got the horns up.
Plan 9. Grave Robbers. We're going with the original title of Grave Robbers from Outer Space. Which Ed Wood did. This is Christopher Kaler from Drunken Flesh Films out of Chicago. Really talented.
Check them out.
Yeah, drunkenfleshfilms.com. Really talented fellas. He and Franklin Wales, who's the managing editor of Hacker Source now, they've worked together several times, and I'm really excited to be working with Chris on this, especially in a part like Inspector Clay.
You're gonna be the new Tor Johnson.
Yeah, the new Tor Johnson. How exciting!
I can see how you could pull that off
with the goatee too.
Actually, I know we're on this side of the camera, but our cameraman Josh back there, he could pass for some tour. Come here, Josh.
You can do a tour, John.
Come here. We'll let everybody judge for yourself.
What was the? You just walk like.
Well, here's what you do.
Here's Josh. He could pass for tour.
Here, stand right here. Stand right here. And no, right in front of my face.
Oh, right in front of your face.
And this is what we'll do. Here's old tour and then new tour.
And then Voltor.
And then Voltor. Right.
Go
right.
T-tour.
From that T-tour.
T-tour.
We're doing LT tour. The Mexican Plan 9 from outer space, which Todd Browning says is better, actually.
Actually, you know who they should get to do it?
Who's that?
A friend of yours and mine, a friend of everybody out there, Tiffany Shepis.
I would love that. Unfortunately, Tiffany's booked pretty solid right now.
She is a ass-kicking hard worker.
She's fantastic.
She's always
she really
busy.
Is. I know she's booked up right now. Everybody I talk to says, we've got to talk Tiffany into being into this, whatever we're doing. I would love to work with Tiffany.
The promoters here at Wife were trying to get things going to have her be here, but unfortunately she was already booked. So.
Well, do you know who she's working with this week?
No, I don't. That's the part that I was never.
Kirk Motherfucking Douglas.
There you have it.
Small world.
Tiffany is working with Kirk Motherfucking Douglas right now.
Not Kirk Douglas. Kirk Motherfucking
Douglas.
Motherfucking.
Yeah, because the man is a legend in Hollywood, and so she's working with Kirk Douglas this weekend. Tiffany, I love you. We are very tight.
I'm sure I'll see you somewhere along the trail this year. It's not an after party without Tiffany.
No, it really isn't. She brings the party to the show.
Absolutely.
And that's every show she's ever been at.
You said you were a writer as well.
I am a writer. I've written screenplays. I write essays for Hacker Source. I'm actually working on a book right now, which I sort of describe as, and I'm not comparing myself in any way to Hunter Thompson, but
those are some big shoes.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty enormous. But as a Kentuckian, I really respect him personally, of course, and his background and his upbringing in Louisville, Kentucky, which was 45 minutes away from where I was brought up.
We have some very legendary stars from Kentucky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hunter S. Thompson, George Clooney, Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Rosemary Clooney.
Of
course.
Yes.
Ned Beatty.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, Ned Beatty, who squealed like a motherfucking pig. Yeah. He would. You can't really blame him.
After I saw Deliverance, I could never take him seriously. I mean, no offense, but
well, Repossessed, you didn't have to take him seriously, so that was good.
Was it the Dick Tracy? Was he in that?
No, that was Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty.
Yeah.
It's a Beatty.
Yeah, it's Warren Beatty, who's the master Beatty.
Oh.
Of all the Beattys.
And we appreciate you for coming by and talking with us.
It was great being here. Thank you so much.
I am Dirty Dave from Infernal Dreams, infernaldreams.net, Reaper Jones, World Independent Film Expo, Richmond, Kentucky. See, I don't know where I am anymore.
Too many
I'm Dirty Dave. I'm out of here.